Hello all. I was reaching 8 minutes in that other video, and I think this section deserves its own 8 minutes. But I'd like for you to appreciate that what I'm doing now is taking away the foundation and the structure, the infrastructure, that's the word I want, that you have used to be able to maintain the system of bullying and abuse for so long. First thing I'm doing is addressing the older congregation, your mother church. Well, I'm not doing that, but part of my team is. I really don't have no idea what's going on there. But, well, excuse me. I don't know exactly the method that's happening. All I know is that for you to be able to be touched, for you to get full consequences, I need to take away the supports you look to be able to do this. Think of it as money. You think you can do this because you're backed by money and power. I'm taking that away. I'm taking that away. I'm giving them their own I keep on saying like I'm actually, like I don't know what's going on there, but that is being taken away from you. So they have their own troubles and they can't support you. One. And then the people that you threaten, that you say, well, if you don't do this, I'm going to take this away, they are going to get their full consequences first. So they understand, so they know what you know. So when I tell you that the hardships that you're going through, they knew it was going to happen, and they've known for 15 years. I want you to understand that everything that you're going through, they knew what happened to you. They told you, well, you need to protect yourself, you need to push it so it doesn't affect you, or if you don't listen to me, I can't protect you. They never could. They know that. And that's why they went along the lines of punishing you for engaging me and finding out the truth. Because they knew that if you talk to me, I would tell you what's going on and you could make better decisions. But what they did instead was to call me all kinds of prostitute, all kinds of demon, all kinds of, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to, but I'm being persecuted. I'm going through my Job season. Job was a man who was faultless in the eyes of God, man upright and served God. That is not you. You were a thief. You were an abuser. You were a bully. That's what you are. And you can't stop me. But a lot of people listen to you, so they need to learn the truth. And now that they're learning the truth, they're also understanding that you led them in there to slaughter. You led them, knowing full well what was going to happen to them. And then talk about, well, I didn't do it, you did, or I don't know anything about that. You did. You knew. But it doesn't matter because it's not you. As long as it's not you, you don't care who you push in. Which comes to the question, well, Sique, why are you doing this in the first place? Good question. The reason why I'm doing it in the first place is my job. We're going through a season of reconciliation, and that starts with repentance. And it starts with you seeing and acknowledging what you have done and what you're doing and why this isn't going to fly. And it's a season of understanding that the Lord really is cleaning out his church. He really is. And there are some that he wants specifically to do certain things, or And if they reject it, then they have to be swept up with the rest of them. Like I said, I'm rare but not unique. But you don't want to. You want to hold on to these things that fill your ego. You want to be able to be cruel. You want to be able to be. You want to be cruel. You want to feel powerful. You want to feed your ego, and you don't want. You don't want anyone to tell you what to do. Essentially, y'all were bullied and y'all were raised by narcissistic parents, and you want to be able to do that and get what you perceived is that power for yourself and hold on to it. I'll let you know that that was never power. That was never authority. It was embarrassing, and it is embarrassing. Y'all are full-grown adults. And your greatest joy in this life is to be cruel, is to bully, is to tear down other adults? Seriously? That is your joy in life. That is literally what you live for. That is why you go to church. That is why you build these churches. That's why you go to the church that you go to. So you can feel like you have some sort of authority, and to be able to beat down people who you think have things that you want to beat down people who you think are better than you in practice, in practicality. And that's not necessarily true, but that's how you feel. And so you beat them down. And I'm here to show you that even though you beat them down, the many ways that the Lord sustains, the many ways that the Lord gives you peace, the many ways that the Lord gives you joy, if you allow yourself the pleasure, the honor of having Him as your joy. And how doing that makes you unfuckwithable. How doing that makes you unpunishable. And that's what really upsets you. Is that while you can sit there and criticize what I do, how I act, you can't punish me. Not for long, at least. So, question now becomes, you know what's coming, and how do you prevent it? I'll do another part.